Hey guys, so today I am going to make these Stray Kids inspired nails because I went to their concert! Yes, it was super fun. I really enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. So I wanted to do these nails before going to the concert so I could wear them to the concert, but I did not get to that. Stuff happens. So I just went ahead and did them afterwards. But yeah, I'm starting with this black gel for all of my nails. It's gonna be the base color, and I drew up a little picture as to what I wanted, and so I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. But yes, if you're stay watching this, did you go to any of their stops this tour? And let me know your thoughts and opinions. It was so fun. I really enjoyed myself. I've been a stay for a while, so this was honestly 10 out of 10 for me. But anywho, I feel like I need to get a different gel because this black gel specifically, it takes for me like 2 to 3 layers to actually get it to look black or like the black that I want it to be. It's very sheer, as you can see right here. I'm doing a second layer, and it honestly, I did 3 layers for these, I believe, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, I cured them for like more than 30 seconds. Each nail, but whatever. Anywho, so I am starting with the thumb, and so I am using this white builder gel that I got from AliExpress. I feel like if you've seen my past videos, I've used this before, and I'm trying to use it, all up. I'm not gonna lie, because for me, working with clear building gum on black nails, I feel like I just don't see what I'm doing, so I went ahead with this. So the vision that I had for these was to make some little grills like on their cover for their album 8, but I went ahead and tried to mold it on like this acrylic molding paper. I forgot the name of it, but it didn't work, so I tried to do it on the nail itself, and I was trying to mold it to be like the teeth and trying to use it and make little dents here and there. Yeah, no, it did not look good at all. It looked like a weird croissant. So I went ahead, took it off, and then I decided, the smartest idea, big brain, to cut out a little stencil, you could say, of that material that I was using, and then put it on there, kind of cure it, and then put it on the nail. So I cured it a little bit just so it's not gonna like get deformed if I touch it. But not too much so it can bend. And so this is what it looked like. Not good, not good. But I was like, you know what? Let's see, because I wanted to add chrome to this. So I just added this black liner gel, put it on top, cured it for like I think 20 seconds, and then added my chrome to see what it would look like, to see if it would turn out to be the way that I wanted it to be. It didn't. It didn't. Yeah. No comment there. But I was like, okay, you know what? Let's top coat this and let's just put it to the side. This was like my test runner because I then decided that I wanted to add some little rhinestones to the teeth. No. Mm-mm. So I started again. I watched the video this time because I've never done these before. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to do teeth and then make them chrome. So that's exactly what I did. So right here, I grabbed little balls and made them the same size approximately, and just got my silicone tool and just started molding it. So round at the top and then straight at the bottom, like the teeth, like teeth are, I guess. Yeah. So I did the same thing for the other one, and I try to keep them as symmetrical or as straight as I possibly could. I wanted to add more, perhaps, to make it look similar to the actual grills and the cover, but no, it didn't. It wasn't gonna fit on this nail, so I just did 4. So honestly, they were looking super nice, and so right here I'm adding the fangs on the teeth. So I'm just doing 4 teeth at the top. So 2 regular ones and then the 2 little fangs, and then I added the bottom teeth. They were looking kind of buck teeth right here, but yeah, don't pay attention to that now. So then I did the same, 4 on top, 4 on the bottom, and started adding the little fangs and started molding them as much as I possibly could so they could look super nice and vampire-esque sort of thing. But yeah, what I'm doing right here. But yeah, anyways, back to Stray Kids. Been a fan for like a while. I think since like oh my god, I think like 3-4 years, honestly. But yeah, this is what it was looking like right here. I'm getting sidetracked, but I cured this for like 60 seconds, I believe. I went ahead and kind of matte coat the black and then buffed it a little bit like I'm doing right here. This time I mixed some top coat with some black, and I'm just putting it on top right here like I'm doing right here. For this mixture, I only cured I think for like 60, I'm sorry, 10 seconds, I believe, or like 15, average like that. And so I grabbed my short liner brush and just did it carefully, as carefully as I could, because I just didn't want to like accidentally add some and then it cures on the base of the nail. After that, I then just grabbed my silver chrome and then just dabbed it on top and dab a little more, and this is what it ended up looking like. Much better than the last one, I'm not gonna lie, guys. So I wanted to add like a little chrome star at the top, 5-star album, yeah, And so I did the same thing, black, and then just cured it for like 10 seconds. Honestly, for me, I feel like 20 seconds works a little bit better for the chrome to stick to. So I just added the chrome, dusted it off. So I still wanted to go with the idea of adding rhinestones to the little grills. So, but instead of adding an actual rhinestone, because I didn't have any rhinestones that were that size, like that small. So I just added a little dot of white and then cured, and then added a little dot of red to that white dot, you could say. And cured, so it looks like it had, little rhinestones in the teeth. After that, I decided that I was just gonna leave it like that. I was thinking of adding perhaps some red in between the grills, kind of like a mouth, but I decided to just keep it simple, I guess. I thought that something was missing, but I didn't know what to add, I'll be honest with you. So I just decided to leave it like that and obviously go ahead and top coat it like I'm doing right here. And so now we're going to move on to the next nail. I say move on, but we're still looking at this first nail. Okay, so for the second nail, I wanted to do like this right here, this cover of like the Rockstar album. So I added some blooming gel and mixed some colors so I could get kind of like the exact or really similar colors to the album. So I just grabbed a medium liner brush and just started lining like squiggly lines and like kind of like a cascade of colors, you could say, because that's what I kind of see the album to be like a cascade of colors, like it's falling down like that, like melting colors. So I grabbed that. I didn't really clean my brush in between taking colors just so they can blend a little better in my mind. Really, that's what I thought. So I just started filling any empty black spaces that I saw with any color. The color that I used the most though was that little pink one. Super adorable. I really like that one. So right here I'm adding some matte top coat to the top half of the nail because I wanted to add a little star at the top of the nail. Like that's, I feel, a very shared element between all of these nails, except I think for the ring fingernail, if I'm right. But anyways, I added some black, made that little star, filled it in, cured it for like 20 seconds, and then added my little silver chrome. And this was a very simple nail, and then I just went ahead and top coated it like I'm doing right now. I think, probably, hopefully. But yeah, boom, done. Next. Alrighty, so for this nail, I honestly didn't have any idea as to what to put, but I came up with this and I thought it was, pretty cool, so why not? So I wanted to do like some clouds on the nails, kind of like some art and design that I saw, I think from the 5-star album, and I didn't know what else to add. So I went ahead and added these little dashed lines. Think of like the nail art or art when you doodle bees and they have like those little dashed lines to see their movement or whatever. Anywho, I did that all with white, and then I decided to add some little stars. So I did that, but obviously I made the stars white first and then added the yellow on top, just so you could see it from the black. Again, I mattified the top layer of the nail, did my little star, cured, and then added the chrome to it Then top coat the nail. This one was pretty simple. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, my favorite nail. This is my favorite nail. So I wanted to do some of the art, or the design from the tour announcements, the Diamond 8 tour. Yes, I am doing 8 on this nail. So I grabbed my medium liner brush with white first as my base, and I did, you could say, the skeleton of the words, how they look and how they're shaped. And then afterwards, I went ahead and lined it again so they're thicker. But I also here I added sharp curves and edges, you could say, so it gives it like that font that they use, very like grungy vibe, like a grungy vibe, that they had on their tour announcement. But yes, this is what it ended up looking like. I cured for like 60 seconds. Then I went ahead with my red gel and I just lined it, because if I did the red without the white, you wouldn't be able to, see the red through the black. Okay, I did 2 layers of this red, 2 layers, just so it makes it pop out like that. But yes, I love doing these nails. They were so fun to do, especially, seeing them live. It was great. It was awesome. Then I went ahead, lined it with some white, because I was going to leave it like that, but it was kind of muddied. I couldn't really tell what it was like firsthand, so I just did that white little outline, so it helps it pop out, and so you could see it better what it's saying. And yeah, the edges, you could see it better as well. Anywho, so let me know what you think. If you went to the concert, what's up with that. I really wanted to do these before the concert, just to wear them and have fun and like show stay pride or whatever. I couldn't do that, sadly, but if you are interested in like these nails, or like hip-hop room inspired nails or anything like that, you're feel free to leave a comment and say, maybe I can make some nails of that. But I am going to go to Jin's concert, so I will be making some nails, because I do still have some time left to the concert. So if you're interested, be on the lookout for that, because I will post it up. But yeah, after lining that, I went ahead, cured it, top coat. Now let's move on to the last nail. This is honestly the simpler nail that I've made out of all of these designs. Actually, probably the second one. The first one was Rockstar album cover. But yeah, I wanted a barcode on this nail, so I went ahead and did some little lines, some thicker, some thinner, like a little barcode. Cleaned it up and make it as straight as possible. I went ahead and just added some numbers at the bottom, because barcodes have numbers. I added a little 8 and a 1 for 3. I'm corny like that, yes, but it's cute, guys. It's cute. But yeah, I went ahead, did that. I wanted to add some lyrics to, some cute song and whatnot. I wanted to add lyrics from The Giant. They did not fit. Here I am trying to add them in, and here I realized, oh yeah, not gonna do that. I have not achieved that level of scale where I can write letters and for them to look small and cute. So I just added Stray Kids. Very simple, very, oh yeah, Stray Kids. Now I know what these nails are about. Yeah. After that, I added like these little lines for like a circle, you could say, just to fill in that empty space. Added some top coat. Boom. Done. These were awesome. This is a closer look to the nails right here. Let me know what you think about them. But I'm so happy how they turned out, especially the thumb. It took me so long, trial and error. Look at the difference between the first nail and the second nail. Yeah, big difference. That video helped, really. But yeah, this is, I feel like, one of my favorite nails. I keep saying that for every nails that I make, but I really like doing these nails. I really wished I could have done them for the concert, but whatever. Things happen. That's done. Yeah. Let me know what was your favorite nail. Let me know about the nails, what you think about them. If you're a stay, say hey. But yeah. The 8th nail, I think it's one of my favorite nails. I do think I'm gonna do more nails with the teeth, but yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a like, leave a comment. I don't know, subscribe. I'm gonna leave a clip of the concert, and yeah.